Guys, welcome back to my channel. We have the latest episode of Superman and Lois. The show took a 2-month break. I was really missing this show and it's finally back, so let's talk about the new episode. Superman and Lois, I've really been enjoying this show. I think from episodes 1 through 5, all of them were really good. I enjoyed every single one of them. And there's no clear bad or clear good episode because every single one of them have been staying consistent and all of them have been on the same range. So I really appreciate that about it. And thankfully, I can say the same thing about the latest episode as well. I really enjoyed it and I think the 2-month break really did pay off. So I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it did a great job progressing every single plot line. The plot line with obviously Captain Luthor, the plot line with Lois Lane and Morgan Edge, and we had some stuff with Superman, and then obviously the kids, Jordan and Jonathan, and every single one of the plot lines got the attention that they deserve, and every single one of them moved a little bit forward. So the episode basically kicks off right where the last one left off. So we have Jordan running away from Tag, the guy that suddenly has super speed now. So basically, this causes something to happen to Jordan, and Superman shows up and tries to save Jordan, and then because Superman shows up, Tags runs away and he has super speed, so he causes a train to go off the rails, and Superman saves it, and then he takes Jordan and then leaves. So basically this kind of causes Jordan to have like some breakdowns, and basically he's hearing all these high-pitched noises, and this kind of happens to him at school once, and he doesn't tell his father because he wants to really play football in the game that's about to happen. And that's very irresponsible of him. It's kind of obvious, but it kind of makes sense for his character, especially when you look at what he did in the past. It makes sense why he would choose to do that. And basically after that, the football game happens, and in the middle of the game, he's not able to play properly because he's hearing these high-pitched, high-frequency noises, and it's kind of hurting him a little bit. And this causes one of the guys in their team to be injured, so Jonathan comes in, and he finally gets a chance to play football because of Jordan, he wasn't able to play football for a long time. He was sitting to the side. The game happens, they do win, but in the middle of the game, there's a fight that breaks out. And then Jordan has his breakdown thing, and then he suddenly is like, he has to shoot his laser eyes. So Superman, Clark, he doesn't have a choice. So he just goes up to Jordan and just puts his hands on his eyes. So without anyone noticing, just Jordan releases his lasers, and this scene was really cool because one, it shows how much Clark cares about Jordan, and 2, it shows the consequences of what would happen if Jordan doesn't tell his dad stuff. So I do really enjoy that sequence. After that, Clark takes Jordan and Jonathan to the hotel that they're staying in, and they talk about what just happened, and he asks Jordan why he didn't tell him about the breakdowns that he's having. After that, he gets a call. It was from Lana, and her daughter was basically kidnapped by Tag, the speedster guy. And basically this kind of leads to him going on a hunt looking for Tag and finding him before the DOD does, because they may shoot him and maybe cause danger for him. So Superman finds Tag, and he sees Lana's daughter there too. I believe her name was Sarah. I forgot. I think it's Sarah. So basically right after he gets there, the DOD gets there too, and they start shooting Tag. Superman saves them, but then they have kryptonite bullets, so it kind of penetrates Superman's skin, and basically what he does, he gets furious and he's like, stand down. So Superman has a talk with General Lane about the kryptonite bullets, why he's been hiding all that stuff, and why he shot live rounds at this little kid that could have died. So they basically have this big conversation, they're arguing, and then basically while all of this was happening with Jonathan and Jordan, we have this separate plot line going on where they're basically going out with a party of their friends instead of just staying in the hotel room. And then basically a bunch of bullies from the other school that they were playing football with show up from Metropolis. They're bullying Jordan, and Jordan gets angry. He punches one of them. He tries to punch one of them, and then Jonathan blocks it. So because of that, Jonathan's hand breaks. And this is where I was a little bit frustrated by what was going on, because Jordan, he let his emotions take the better of him, and if he actually did punch that guy, if Jonathan didn't stop him, that guy could have died. So I was kind of frustrated by that a little bit. I get why he did it. It makes sense for his character to do that. But I was just a little frustrated when it happened. I felt like, oh my God, this guy's like really having some breakdowns. He needs to get some help. He needs to stop doing this. And then Superman goes to them, takes them home, and Jonathan's hand, it won't work for like quite a few weeks. So he can't play football anymore. And he's angry about that. And then Superman, Clark Kent, gives Jordan like this little speech type thing about trust. And I honestly like the speech. I usually don't like the Arrowverse speeches, but I thought this one was pretty good. He actually dig deeper into what he was trying to say, and I really liked the scene. And after that, Lois basically explains everything that happened in her day, and she had a whole separate plotline going on, so let's talk about that. Basically, we have our Captain Luther guy who's pretending to be a guy named Marcus. He's lying to Lois Lane, but working with her. So basically, they go to this mine place, and then they discover X kryptonite, and when they were actually like trying to see what it was, one of the person that works for Morganette shows up, and then she has superpowers, so she lasers them, but then they escape. And then Captain Luther guy, who's pretending to be a guy named Marcus, he uses this weapon on her, and then her powers don't work, and then she just falls down. And then Lois, it kind of starts to get suspicious. Why does this guy have these weapons that are this dangerous and are able to penetrate and hurt a superhero? Well, not a superhero, a person with superpowers. So this kind of leads to her talking to Clark about this person, who this person is, trying to discover who this person is. And they kind of just, she just kind of explains everything that happened to Clark. And then this leads to a scene on the next day where Sarah's talking to Jordan, and basically Tag showed Sarah a video of Jordan using like heat vision. It wasn't clear. It was just a scene from the first episode where there was a fire and it was caused because of Jordan's heat vision. So we kind of see that in this episode where Sarah sees this video, but then she's not 100% sure what's going on in the video. So she asks Jordan about it. Jordan just lies to her. And then Jordan goes up to his mom and then just talks about how he just lied to his only friend. And then he starts having a breakdown again. This time it's much more severe. It's like he's almost about to die. And then Clark shows up and then carries him and takes him to the Fortress of Solitude, and the episode ends. So yeah, overall, I did thoroughly enjoy this episode. I thought it was really good. A few nitpicks, negatives I did think some of the CGI was a bit off, and I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan punching Jonathan, but it makes sense for his character, so I can forgive that a little bit. But the only main issue that I had is probably the CGI. Other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really good, just like the rest of the episodes in the series, maybe even the best episode so far. It's nice that the show's back on again. I can't wait to see where all the plot lines lead to, how everything comes to a close. I'm really excited to see that. So be sure to tell me down in the comments what you thought of this episode. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you next time. Bye.